I'm gonna start with a fast intro to Angular components. A component is a class that goes together with the component decorator. This decorator accepts some metadata, the information you're passing here inside, where you can define certain attributes. The most popular are those ones. So first you have a selector, the name of the component in the HTML. So in this case, app root. So if you come to see this into the browser, you can see that this hello world is the content of this app root component. So this is the selector. We will also have this template URL, that in this case is a URL, a relative path to the file that contains the template of the component. This one from here, appcomponent.html, that as you have seen, it's a h1 hello world. The same way we have this template URL, we can also have directly a template. In this case, we pass between strings an inline template. For example, in this case, this is div hello close div. So I can save this and you can see here the differences. So now instead of hello world, we have hello. Okay, I undo the changes and we move to style URLs. Style URLs is the equivalent to template URLs, but with the style sheet. In this case, it expects an array of style sheets that applies over this component. In this case, app component SCSS, that as you can see is a completely empty file. You can see the app component SCSS, this is the Sass extension. So you can also pass here a CSS file, but it's a Sass file that during the build step, it's compiled to CSS. I can have instead inline styles. So it works the same with an array of styles like body, background, red, and so on, so on. But anyway, for components quite large, the most useful is to separate all this information in different files. Another property very useful in components metadata is this providers array. So inside here, you can pass an array of service providers that you are gonna use inside the application. However, it is most usual to do this thing inside the module of the application. Anyway, I undo those changes. The component you're seeing right now is the app component. In this case, this is the basic component where any other component is placed inside. And I know this because if I come here, app module TS, the main module where the whole application is bootstrapped, I've got this ng module decorator that has this metadata property bootstrap where I pass the component I want to place at the beginning. You can also see that all components have to be declared in the declarations property, so Angular can identify who are those components, so you can use their selectors inside the HTML.